Hi, today I'm going to show you how to do some in the hoop key fob and key covers. Okay, you would attach your key ring to these, to the ring down here, and then pull it up, and that way you can put them in your purse and protect everything in your purse from getting messed up. Or here, this one has my key fob to my car in it. And then I just pull it down and snap it back and throw it in my purse, okay? Right now we're gonna do a horse, okay? And I do linings on the inside, both sides. So it would be a two hooping, one for the back and one for the front, okay? So we're gonna start with the back first. Okay, as you can see, it's stitched the placement stitch. I did it in white so you could see. I'm going to turn over the back first, and I have my fabric here, and I use vinyl. And I am going to use my temporary basting spray. And I'm going to put a little on the back here. Put down there, and then put the other piece of vinyl right here on the top. Okay, and then tack it down. Okay, that's all it does for the tack down. It just does that as a triple stitch. This is the triple stitch and where you're going to make the hole. And I know if I turn this over, I probably forgot to change my thread color. I did. I still have white and I want black, so I'm going to change that now. So now I'm going to take this out of the hoop, and I'm going to tear my stabilizer off and set it aside until I need it in a minute. Okay, now we're doing step 2, and it's did my placement stitch, and I'm going to do my tab for the back the same color as my horse. So I'm just going to put my vinyl right over it like this and tack it down. Okay, it's tacked it down. It's did the stitch. There is no back vinyl or anything on the back of the cord hanger or ribbon holder because it gets closed and snapped together. It did the placement stitches for the ears, so I am going to cover them with my vinyl and tack them down. Okay, it's got the whole front all done. Now I'm going to turn it over, and I put a lining on because I don't want my keys rubbing up against this because it'll wear it all out. So I'm going to use some basting spray. Cover the back there. And stitch the tack down. Okay, it's tacked it down, and it looks pretty good there. I gotta trim this little bubble there. Now I'm going to take the piece from step 1, and I went ahead and I hole punched and put my male portion of the snap there. So now what you're going to do is you're going to line your bottom stitch up with this. Okay, and make sure your top lines up with that top right there. Tape it in place and tack it down. Okay, it's tacked it all down. It's tacked the back all down. I need to do a little bit of trimming here and there and cut it out. Okay, it's all trimmed. I have a few different little bits here. This is like a split ring I use for my key fob. Not that you can see it under there, but that's what I use on my key fobs. Okay, and this I use on key rings, or for keys, actual keys. Okay, you can use cord. This is the best cord I have, or ribbon. Now for ribbon, oh, let me see how I want to do this. All right, let's start with this. Let's first hole punch this guy, okay? Fold it in half. And then hole punch it right in the center where I've marked it, okay? Okay, there we go. He's hole punched. Now, if you didn't use the lined version of this, you would hole punch this. I didn't center that. Funny, haha, not. Okay, you would hole punch the center about a little more than halfway. Okay, so now if you're going to use cord, one way to put it on your ring is just to flip it through like this and then send, I use tweezers. Well, I would use them if I knew where they were. Okay, found them. All right, I take my long tweezers and I just hold on to my thread. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but this is how I do it. And I open this and push them through the top, okay? All right, so now for this to be in the right position, I pull it up and then I would knot it, put a knot right oh, my dog wants in here. Would make it so my knot is just below that, okay? Then I would take I'd trim this first. Put this over it and put my snap on right there. Okay? That's one way to do it, okay? Then your keys would just pull down like that. Or your fob, whatever you put on it. And this would just snap right there. Okay, that's one way. Or a ribbon. Let's see if I can get this guy back out. Now a ribbon, depending on what you're going to use, if you're going to do it with keys or a fob, I'm just going to put this here. I use this two-sided instead of sewing. This is two-sided tape, sewing tape. It kind of like just melts. I just cut a piece there, put it on the end of my ribbon. I cut it the same width of my ribbon. And I remove it. And fold it over. And it glues it. It's pretty permanent. Now, if I wanted to change my ring, I can, because I left a gap. See the little gap there? I left a gap there. Okay. And then I would do the same thing on this one. I would take this, once again, poke it through. Pull up so it reaches up to the top. And on this, I would fold it over so it's double thickness before I put my snap on. Okay. And I'm going to cut that off right there. I'm going to fold that. Cut it off a little teeny bit more. Okay, and I'm going to take my sticky tape there again. Put it on there. I'm going to make sure where I want this. Sorry, keep moving it where you can't see. So then I am going to make sure I have this about where I want it. Mark it right there. Mark it with the B. Okay. All right. So now what I will do is hole punch this as well and go through both layers of my ribbon. Okay, I'm going to put my snap on. Put my snap through there and through this hole I just made. Okay. I'm going to close the other side of that, right like that. And make sure your snap's on the outside, like that. Okay, now I'm going to go put my snap on. Okay, I have my snap on. It would go like that. Okay. Normally it would be straight. Here's the front. I can reach in here, grab my ring. If I want to put my key fob on there, I can put my key fob. I don't have the other one. Or change this out and put my key ring, this key ring on. Okay. Okay, I found some real keys. Ha! Okay, so there's your real keys. And you just pull them up and snap it, and then it can go in your purse, and it won't tear your phone up, it won't tear the inside of your purse up, or anything. There you go.